This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hello, I'm Danielle Lerner with your top stories from ABC 15 Arizona. We start with the latest developments in the coronavirus. Arizona reporting 262 new cases today. That is the lowest number of cases reported in our state since September. Sadly, though, there are another 27 deaths reported today, bringing our state's total to more than 16,000. Right now, another concern in our state is a new variant of the virus, this one called the Brazilian variant. And state health officials say it spreads at a faster rate. The Arizona Department of Health Services discovering it in 3 different test samples. And while this variant may spread faster, several studies suggest the vaccines currently in use are effective against it. Well, yesterday, the U.S. hit a new record of COVID-19 vaccine doses administered in a single day, with more than 2.9 million doses given out yesterday. More than 1 in 10 people in the U.S. now fully vaccinated. That's according to CDC data. And the president is pushing to get every adult access to the vaccine by May. But can Arizona do it? Well, Governor Ducey says he believes we're right on schedule. The state giving out more than 2.4 million doses so far, and the pace and supply only expected to pick up from here. The state health director says smaller counties like Greenlee and Gila have already opened up to the general population, and that's a pattern that is expected to continue. A local organization is launching a voucher program to help support businesses and restaurants in downtown Phoenix. The $5 vouchers can be used at 50 different businesses in the area. You've got to spend at least $15. Then at the end of the week, businesses turn in those vouchers to DTPHX, and they'll get a check for that amount.
But I think downtown is unique in that our downtown businesses, as you know, rely so heavily on convention traffic and special event traffic. We just need to kind of get through this challenging time because better times are absolutely ahead.
So those vouchers aren't available to the general public. They're really intended for people who are either living, working, or going to school in the downtown area. Representative Ann Kirkpatrick announcing she will not seek re-election in 2022 and saying she'll retire from Congress at the end of her term. The Democrat saying she is ready to hand over the baton. Last year, Kirkpatrick announcing she would seek treatment for alcohol dependence, but says her health and recovery were not factors in this decision. With COVID cases down and vaccinations underway, a lot of offices are now ending their work from home policies. And for pets who've gotten a lot of attention this year, that could leave them with separation anxiety. Now, besides the obvious sign of destroying everything in your house, another key sign for dogs is drooling or panting before you leave. And cats will often hide. Experts say there are ways to ease them back into spending the whole workday without you.
Give them a treat, so it's a good thing. Don't make a big deal of it. Go in your car and then drive down the street, come back home and open the door and say hello to your dog again.
And hey, don't forget to leave your pet stuff to do while you're gone. Lots of toys and puzzles as ways to keep their attention. Mental health, of course, a major concern during the pandemic. Almost every aspect of life has been disrupted, and it's taken a real toll on so many people. Before the pandemic, about 10% of the U.S. population was struggling with anxiety, depression, or another mental health diagnosis. And now that's up to 40%, according to a new study by the Kaiser Family Foundation. Lokila Ahmed, a therapist in Tucson, says her clinic is seeing an increase in patients who've never sought help before.
Never experienced anything that they could put a name to. Didn't know what it was called, didn't know, what they were experiencing. Is this, everyday depression, or is it clinical? Like, do I need help? Do I need outside help? And so people are more open to that now, which is good.
She goes on to say that staying connected, whether it's a phone call or a Zoom, whether it's with family or friends, all of that can be incredibly helpful.
Tracking your most accurate forecast, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. The storm is still impacting Arizona tonight, but should be out of here by Sunday. However, we are expecting a breezy to windy end to the weekend, mainly across eastern portions of the state, with some lingering snow showers around the Four Corners area, but the rest of the state drying out with temperatures rebounding quite nicely. In fact, we're calling for highs to return to above freezing there in Flagstaff at 45 on Sunday, 47 in Hebron along the rim too, with 50s across central parts of the state, and 70s throughout the lower deserts, including the Phoenix metro. Starting off with with temperatures in the morning in the mid-40s with abundant sunshine throughout today. In the 60s by noon, and those highs will bounce back into the lower 70s and warm up a little more early next week. There's another chance for a shower on Monday with some breezes, and then we cool down Tuesday with highs back in the mid-60s, but it won't last for long. By Wednesday on St. Patty's Day, we're calling for highs in the mid-70s. The 80s return by Thursday and Friday. In fact, by next weekend, we'll be flirting with 90 degrees, but for now, calling for a high of 89.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to abc15.com or download our free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.